Bang, 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 bang. Boom, 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 boom. Pow, 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 pow. Okay, I think it's now pretty good. Okay, good. Everything's good, everything's fine, everything's sweet and bitter and nice. Yep, that's exactly what we're doing. Welcome to playing Pantheon 5 of Hollow Knight. Once again, once more. Again, once more. To be fair, right before the stream, I had played it. By a person? Who's that reference to? Because I'm not sure who you mean. But right before the stream, I did a little bit practice. Here's the problem. I spent like nearly 3 hours playing it. I've only played it like 4 times. Like the Hollow Knight Pantheon 5 is just too long. Like it's just too long. It's the same as like Hades. Like Hades 1, when you're playing Hades 1, it's like takes you like decades to like get through the entire thing, you know? All the dialogues and all the not simply all the dialogue, but simply like getting through the like the challenge of it. It's Sunday. Like, I mean, I guess, but like, it's Sunday right now. What the fuck are you talking about? Why are you being mean to me suddenly? What the fuck is going on? Why are you suddenly being mean? You should be encouraging me because this game fucking sucks. Going through the entire Pantheon. So anyway, in my like 4 solid attempts, the furthest I got was I think I cooked up some. I tried to make omurice. I was talking about it before. I was talking about how I want to make like omurice. You know, it's like well, whatever. You know, good enough. Omurice. Like this?
How to make omu rice part 1. Step 1. Learn how to make an omelet. Put 1 knob of butter into a 7-inch or 18 centimeters pan. Wait until it foams up and pour in 3 whisked eggs. Using a chopstick, whisk the eggs until it doesn't brown. Now hold the pan at an angle and fold it into an omelet shape and flip it by flicking your wrist. And that's...
So I tried to make that, but I legitimately couldn't. Because by the time, like, I don't know if like I had to like have lower heat, I guess. But like the whole thing was the whole thing like curdled up into like a one single omelet before I could like do like the steering and like the flipping. Before any of those steps, it already became like a one solid piece of omelet. So I was like, this is clearly not. So I would probably need to like try it again with like lower heat. But I wasted 6 eggs on making this. So that's unfortunate. I ate rice, meat, and vegetables, and 6 eggs. Where did the Alone on a Friday Night? Was it like a reference to something? Because like, I don't catch the reference. At 2 a.m. and go to bed again. What? Where are you taking? Like I don't think this is you. Like I'm sorry to tell you this, but I don't think this is like from the heart. I think this is like a reference to something. But I have no idea what the reference is to. So what is that reference to? Also get up at 2 a.m. I got up in 2 in the morning. I get up in the morning at 2 a.m. to go to bed again. What? That doesn't make sense. Okay. Hold on. Not like a licensed because there was an actual Sonic animated series, but I assume this is like some like abridged, fucked version because I don't think licensed Sonic media had. I got fucked up. Like I don't think it had the fucked up, fucked down, shit on. Oh, Alone on a Friday Night. God, you're pathetic. That one. Okay. What's the second one? Well, I have been beat on, stepped on, shit on, fucked up, fucked down. What is that fucking reference to? That's actually happened to you? You got shit on, fucked up, fucked down? I'm sorry, I just didn't I didn't believe you could have made something that wasn't like a reference, I guess. Sorry for doubting you, but like oh, you woke up at 2 a.m. and fell back asleep? Fair enough. Okay, hold up. I'm gonna input that text into a search bar, see what comes up. Okay, no, it's not the. This is the original. Like I googled that entire sentence. But I googled that entire sentence. That's nowhere to be seen. Surprising. Okay. Was that like original from the heart, I guess? Like I was expecting it to be like a copy pasta. Sorry for doubting you. Like if it was original from the heart. Anyway, and Waking up at 2 a.m. just to go back to sleep. Yeah, that's actually not uncommon. A lot of people do that. And some people do it like not knowing it. Like they wake up, but then they fall back asleep without like realizing it happened or remembering it during the day. But it's like it's actually a real thing that like noted in history books where people used to like wake up at like between 2 and 3 a.m. and then just like chill for like couple of hours, you know, like read a book, do some like chore or something, and then they would go back to sleep because, especially during winter, because like winter nights would be like so long, you know, and you wouldn't have like electricity. Like now we kind of have like a strict schedule of like you go to sleep at 11, you wake up at 8, or whenever you have to go to work. You know, I honestly always get confused when times are normal for people. On average, my schools would be starting at 8. Anyway. Anyway, what was I gonna say? I did sit down on the bench for a second there, but like that was a little bit late. You should have prepped a little bit quicker. No, I'm not gonna restart the game. We're gonna get to the next bench, don't worry. Pay respects to the bench. I respect benches. Except the ones that are like, oh, these are accessibility benches, so they have like a cutout in the middle for disabled people. Because it's notorious that disabled people need to sit on a bench. Like people in wheelchairs specifically. I mean, but in actuality the bench is just to not have like poor people sleeping on them. God, I remember I was taking like a train to meet a friend, and I was sitting at the train station, and the only benches that were there were like an uncomfortable like incline bench. I don't even know how to say it. It's like you're not exactly sitting on it. You're meant to like lean on the bench but not sit on it directly. Unless you're like me and you decided, you know what, I'll just like jump up and like sit on the bench, but like on the top of the dusty ass bench. Anyway, and it's all just to like not have what's their name? It's all just to not have the disabled, but homeless people sitting and sleeping on the benches. And there's not even like I don't even know like what's the point, because it's not like it prevents homeless people from being in the train station, because I've been approached by a bunch of homeless people and beggars asking for money when I was carrying no cash on me. And that's number one. How much long are you playing on the save file? I don't know. It's gonna take a while. Or are you asking how much longer, or are you asking how much have I been playing on the save file? Like how long I've been playing on the save file? Because that would be like 50 hours. It would be like 50, 60 hours, somewhere in that ballpark. It's been total in 50 to 60 hours. Anyway, so what I'm saying is that homeless people, like I've been approached multiple times, sometimes by the same homeless guy. He would be like, do you have any money? And like I would be like, no. And then he would be like, do you have any money? I'm like, no. Do you have any money? No. It's like the same guy approaches you multiple times. Anyway. So like the lack of benches did not prevent the homeless people from like chilling at the train station. Also at that time my train got delayed like multiple times. Like I think like I got like from predicted, I was stuck in the train station for like 2 hours extra. So maybe even more. I was freezing my fucking ass off and dick off in the train station for a long time until I figured out, oh shit, it's actually like relatively warm in like a train station bathroom. So I was like chilling in a train station bathroom, and turned out like I was not the only one who came up with the idea. But a lot of people... Okay, paying respects to the bench. Did you want something extra? A lot of people came up with like similar idea of like, hey, what if I just chill in train station bathroom? But they decided to like enter the bathroom stalls. I was just chilling like right outside of the bathroom. I was chilling right outside because actually it was warmer there. And then like the police came in and was like, hey guys, you gotta like not chill in the bathroom. I know it's fucking cold inside, but I know it's cold inside of the train station. And it's warm inside of the bathroom, but you can't be here, so you gotta leave. And I was like, okay. And then I came back like a couple of minutes later, like, no, I'm gonna be chilling in the bathroom. Like my train got delayed so many fucking times. It was astronomical. It was an astronomical like amount. Like I was visiting a friend because he like came over to Germany for like a trip. And I'm pretty sure I left the train station at the same time my friend left Germany altogether. So it was like absolutely like my friend was sleeping I left my friend's place. He probably took a shower, jerked off, whatever he was doing, slept, woke up, and went to fly to another country while I was still stuck in the train station. Like my hatred of German railways is enormous. Every time I get like I do like Duolingo and there's like rail is very efficient and fast, I'm like, no, it's not. I'm like, this is like a lie. Duolingo tells like the learner. Rail in Germany is the least fucking efficient thing I ever had in my life. Like there's delays between like local rail. Fucking no! No! I killed him! Unbelievable. Like there are delays on like local railways because like there's like a strike every couple of months when like well where there's like a that's been 20 minutes. Jesus Christ. Because there've been like a yeah, I remember that. Like there's delays on local rail because there's like a strike every couple of months because fucking they don't pay enough to railway people. There's delays on like countrywide rail because they're like, you know what? Fuck you guys, and they just delay the rail all the time. You just sit, freeze your fucking balls off. Come on. How long will you take? Bastard. Fuck. Finally. Jesus. Why did I even start talking about the German rail? I have no idea why I started talking about German rail. But yeah, German railway sucks. Just utterly like just utterly the least useful railway service out. Also, to be fair, I did not ride a lot of rail. Maybe like other countries have it like worse. Maybe like other railway services like way worse than that. But surprisingly, I hear like less complaints from my like other friends in Europe about their railway service than I do about German rail. Like my Italian friend always uses rail and most of her complaints is like, fuck, I missed the rail. Like, fuck, I missed the train, I have to like take another one. My Dutch friend never complained about railway service either, so. Petexi. Oh, that's a new name. How's it going? I don't know, I'm just challenging Pantheon 5 of Hollow Knight, talking about how much German Rail sucks. Have you had experience with German Rail? That shit fucking sucks ass. It's... What are you doing? Fuck. I think I need to just challenge. Instead of going into Pantheon 5, just go into the like personal challenges for every boss and just keep challenging over and over, like Dream Zote and Dream Dream Warrior and like Absolute Zote, Absolute Warrior, etc. Just keep challenging all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why? Why is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Like was Petexi really taken before? Like was the name Petexi really already taken? You had to like include the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bene. Pretty good. I mean, like I think. I mean, now that I played it until Lost Slaves, I got used to gameplay. So a lot of like complaints that I had kind of like don't matter anymore, right? Because a lot of my complaints were like, hey, if you're like starting this after Hollow Knight, this like literally does not translate to anything. Like it's gameplay wise, it's like completely different game. And I was like, no sense. I was looking at the heaven where I am here. I am a machine that almost complete both games, and so are you. What? Where is this? But so what I was saying is that overall, a lot of my earlier complaints don't particularly matter after you get used to the game, but I feel like they still matter as like an overview of the game as like a sequel versus like a completely different game. Because as I said before, the game is essentially not a sequel. It's a completely separate experience that honestly should have been a standalone game instead of a sequel. Would it make as much money as a standalone game versus a sequel? Probably not. But it would have like a niche community of people going like, this game is super hard, just like Dark Souls, but like way more movement. What if Sekiro was 2D platformer? So that thought process still did not change. What changed is mostly me talking like it's not a bad game. Now that I'm used to game mechanics, is actually like playable. But that's not really like a high praise. Yeah, I use Soul against these guys to like get rid of them quickly because they mostly annoy me. I'm not against using Soul. I'm just like, personally speaking, Soul is like the least thought of game mechanic for me, because I would much rather spend Soul on healing instead of like spells. Like with Soul being quite a limited resource, I prefer to use it for spells instead. For healing instead of spells. I used it against like the fly in the beginning today, because it was taking like too long. Fuck. Like, I'm just not the magic user. I'm just not a magic user. I know magic, but like, the biggest magic I know is these hands, okay? Here's my fireball, and here's my magic missile, okay? Like a lot, I honestly can't even see a lot of enemies in this game attacking them with magic. Number one, this game, like, the main mechanic of this game, and so is Silksong, is that you cannot just recklessly cast spells whenever you want. It's not like on a timer, it's not on a timer. You have to be able to attack up close and personal in the first place, and only then can you expend the resources Soul in order to cast magic. Silksong made it a little bit different, however, because of like the tools, right? Because now with tools you can cast like you can like throw a bunch of tools at the enemy from the get-go, but like need to remember that like that resource is not infinite. You see, this is how it meant to go before, but for some reason it just didn't. Anyway, so what I'm saying is that overall in both Silksong and Hollow Knight, I don't use soul abilities, I guess. Like, I get that they're like silk technically abilities in there's the silk abilities in Silksong, but they are derived from soul. Like, silk is just soul manipulation, right? Like, she gets soul from the enemies, and she uses that to turn it into silk, and that silk then turns into silk abilities. Either way, I use them very rarely. And I use tools rarely as well, because I find them awkward to use in the first place. Number one, like they're difficult to, like awkward to deploy. And number two, is because it's like a limited resource that like I might want to use sometime later, you know. These hands are not a limited resource. They're in fact a renewable resource, rated E for everything. These hands are everlasting resource that we will never run out of. Who's next? She? No. Can be Shio, right? I think it's you actually need to defeat the White Knight. Because if you defeat the White Knight, you get to stop as well. And then you defeat Shio. Fuck. And Shio right after that. Fucker. You see, he's a magic user. And that's why he got smogged by me, the hand user. It's like, have you watched JJK? The JJK teaches you one simple lesson. Not about perseverance of individual over the system, but about hands. and the fact that you gotta know how to throw hands at any point in time. That's why the main character, the best characters in the whole manga of JJK, all throw hands. Every fight always ends up with an ass whooping with fewer hands, and it never ends just because like a guy casts the spell. A spell user always loses to whoop your ass user. Oh, this is only the safe one? Okay. I thought it was White Knight. Yeah. Convenient. But I want like a Coke so bad. I want like a nice cola, soda, like anything. And that's mostly because I've been eating... because of the fucking rice I've been eating, I've been so dehydrated. Because like it's fucking fried rice, it's it's sweet and sour pork. It dehydrates the fuck out of you. So I just want like a soda, like literally my body is like craving like liquids. And because sodas are very refreshing, at least like at the first glance, before you before your body realizes how much sugar it drunk, and like then makes you actually more dehydrated than you fucking knew before. That's why your body like kind of craves a soda. And I've been guzzling water, but like that shit does not make me feel refreshed. My body craves a nice cold cola. I fucking hate this guy. Honestly, like Silksong did do a little bit of irreparable damage, because now I was trying to like glide down instead of... Wait, fuck. Oh, you motherfucker. No, fuck. No, come on. Fuck. Come on, just hit this fucker. Okay, finally. Finally, hallelujah. I don't know. He's like, the fact that I cannot kind of like get down on into the like the pool of water instead of like having to hop between the fucking things. And also, like, I'm not very good at directing the not very good at directing the fucking jellyfishes. Like the homing missile that gets sent directed to my address every time they get hit. No. Like, the jellyfish guy, Umu, he's like by far the hardest part of this thing because I literally just cannot beat him with like skill. Like there's no like extra skill, it's like just wait until he spawns the fucking jellyfishes. Then hit one and pray to God and whatever else you believe in. That is gonna fly directly at my ass. And also stand right where Umu is. Also pray that like it's gonna hit Umu. And not have like some bullshit where it's like, no, he was actually like 1 pixel of him was behind a wall, so technically it doesn't count. I've walked into them many times. Fuck. Come on. Okay, we know you're not that powerful. We played as you, fucking Silksong. That's her name. She's Silksong? Her name is Hollow Knight Silksong actually. Jane Hollow Knight Silksong. You see the problem? She was deploying all her fucking gay ass traps and like she was like oh, he's definitely gonna get caught on those. And we just kept hitting. That's the problem when a magic user meets a melee user. You see, he's like a magic user. He was not prepared for this melee. All the hardest bosses in this game are melee users. Yeah, he uses crystal. He knows Walter White personally. Sorry, Heisenberg. He knows Heisenberg. He's like, yo, Heisenberg, can I get a little bit more of the crystal? Fuck, okay, I walked off by accident. I was still in like a blackout too. fuck. You motherfucker. I hate Z. I hate the fucking jumping around parkour. I feel like that's actually the hardest bosses in the Pantheon 5. It's like the parkour ones, where you have to fucking constantly jump. If we could cut them all out, I feel like I would have cleared it. Am I testing your patience? I don't feel like I'm I'm not doing this like on purpose. So. Like, what did I do wrong? Like, I'm not doing like anything that I'm doing right now is not like really on purpose. I don't even know why I did that. Well, I don't know why I healed. Huh. By the way, have anybody seen that presidential White House video where they're like, where Donald Trump like accepts calls from like children on behalf of Santa, which is like not unusual. Like it's not like apparently like many presidents have been doing that. It just the unusual part about it was Trump like constantly bringing in politics in front of kids, where like a child would be like, I won a dollhouse, and then Trump would be like, well, it's not gonna be cheap dollhouse, it's gonna be American-made dollhouse. We can do that, mommy, right? We can buy an American brand dollhouse. It's like, where are you from, little girl? And then he goes like, well, he'll go like, where are you from, little girl? And then the girl goes like, Pennsylvania. And he's like, well, in Pennsylvania we won a lot of votes. I'm sure your parents been real good this year, so I'm sure all like Santa Claus will reward you extra nice because you're from Pennsylvania. Like he constantly just like made it like about himself, and it was like really funny. It also was very funny when he like kept like saying like oh, you sound very pretty, you're a really pretty young girl, 9-year-old girl. It's like dude, relax. Like you're not making it good for yourself. Honestly, like should have like skipped it. Like because objectively speaking, Donald Trump talking to like little children is not a good look after Epstein files, you know. I was waiting for him to like slip up for a second and be like, you know, little young girl, I can bring you to a special island. Oh wait, fuck. Oro. So we're attacking Oro right now. Oro right here, I think. That's Oro. No, I think that's Matt. Oro, okay. Because Oro has like the signature move of like dash strike. Bene. Bene. We're still Guardian. Guardian of Sacred Mess. You know, I was expecting for the spikes, for the crystal spikes on the side to be like dangerous. And like if you touch them you would like get damaged. But surprisingly no. I think I discovered a couple of things back. Where I started to climb and I was like, oh shit, like doesn't hurt. Okay, round two, let's go. Flash and light sword, I guess. Yeah, you see, using spells like when they're separate like that doesn't particularly work out well. But when they're in a group, using a spell would be nice. Oh. Funky, I too can climb, right? Yeah. I don't think like I ever used the like ability to climb here as like a advantage. I don't know if I could. I don't know where I would use it. when at least. Oh yeah, you could just climb on the walls, I guess. Fuck. My bad, my bad. I was distracted. I was thinking about the fucking walls. By the way, remember now, there's conspiracy theory about like Donald Trump's ballroom extension being like actually secret government facility where they're gonna put AI data centers. But like, why AI? like that. Just objectively, it feels like it's. I feel like if government was getting into AI, they would be like doing it like later down the line. Right now, AI is still pretty like stupid. I get that like current American administration is not the brightest, but like the idea that like US White House would be like making AI data centers right at the Capitol building. Why? What would be the purpose? Why would you build AI data centers in the White House? Especially because it's still not like finished. At least not to the point where it's like, you know, the best it can be. And while yeah, I assume Pentagon budget can like throw in like trillions of dollars to AI, it's not really worth it. Like it's not worth it right now than having a bunch of private sectors dudes like do it by themselves. Like, next you're gonna tell me like Trump is building it to have like Bitcoin crypto mine? Like he's gonna, there's gonna be like 10,000 GPUs all just farming Bitcoin in White House. He's trying to repay like government debt with Bitcoin. Like that's just like a dumb conspiracy. Like I love conspiracy theories, they're funky. Like I look at them the same way I look at like fun fiction, I guess. But it's just like some conspiracy theories just don't hold up at all, and you go like, "Oh, this is stupid." Like AI data center in White House is like the least conspiracy theory thing that he could have done in the White House. He could have built like entire underground sex dungeon in the White House, and that would be like cool. Well, knowing Trump, it would be like bunch of little children in there, but like, you know, it's still like at least something. Like the least conspiracy theory part is like them trying to make Trump president forever in US, which would be, I mean, objectively, if they actually do it, he doesn't have that many years left. But like, he doesn't have like a lot of years left. But like, if they actually gonna do it, like that's more interesting. That's an interesting conspiracy. Also, I actually had like an idea that like it's kind of like the idea is like you know, if Russia was not like a terrible country, right? They would be like prime real estate right now for AI data centers. Like all the AI techno bros could have built in Russia like AI centers. Because number one, I assume the land in Russia is cheap. Like I have like a pretty educated guess that it's probably like cheap as fuck for AI tech bros. Number two, like Russian government is very susceptible to bribes. So like they're already an oligarchy, so like they're like willing to do literally anything if you pay them enough. And like they have like I'm pretty sure for $1 million you can like buy out like a small city in Russia. Anyway, so what I'm saying is that objectively, like if Russia did not have a war with Ukraine right now and was branded enemy of everybody, which honestly like a lot of people are forgetting. Please don't forget that Russia is attacking Ukraine still. I feel like a lot of people kind of like under oppression, like it's no longer popular to talk about it, but like hey. Anyway, back to the point I was making. But like if Russia did not start a war with Ukraine, and it was just its corrupt self, it would be like an optimal location for AI data farms. You have cheap land, you have a bunch of electricity, I assume, because they have like natural resources to like build out electricity. But like if you want to, you can probably build like solar panels and shit as well. And they have like entirety of Siberia, which is cold as fuck. Cold and desolate place where like nobody is. So like, if Russia was not a terrible country, all the AI technobros could have built out like bunch of data centers in Russia. Would it be net positive for Russia? I don't know. I mean, probably like they would be like acquiring land and shit, so they would bring in mine to Russia. But otherwise, like you have a cold climate, you need to spend less money cooling everything down because you have like a cold climate. Like you don't need to cool everything down to like minus 30 degrees Celsius. You just open the window. Put like solar panels on top. You have direct sunlight. Actually, I don't know how direct sunlight is. Maybe wind turbines, whatever. Your choice, your pick for what you do with electricity. How you get electricity. But yeah, it would be like an optimal place. The only problem with like The only reason AI Techno Bros are probably not in Russia right now is because, well, it's kind of like enemy of literally fucking everybody. Like they're not like on stellar terms with a lot of countries. And that's mostly because they attack my country. Like all they have to do is not attack my country. Like, and maybe give us like reparations. Actually, solid plan. Russia stops attacking Ukraine and pays it, starts like developing AI, and then pays reparation to Ukraine from the AI infrastructure. You're welcome. I solved a global crisis while playing Hollow. Fuck. Oh, come on. Oh, come on, come on. Finally, Jesus Christ. I fucking hate this guy. Unbelievable. He sucks so much. Hey, Nos, how's it going? Can you believe the previous guy? Yeah, fly down here and I'll whoop your ass. Fuck. Man, now that I think about it, it really is like a massive lost opportunity for Russia. All they had to do was not attack Ukraine. And have like AI data centers built in Russia. And like, that would be like a bunch of money. Now, would any of that money go to the people? Fuck no. But like, you know, we're talking in hypotheticals here. You know. It's interesting, he's like pushed back by the Dream Nail. Like, how light is this guy? Weird again, read her thoughts. Could AI data centers be built in Ukraine? Likewise? I mean, yeah, but like it's... And I think like the climate is good. Like if we're talking about like a cold climate, Russia would be like a good bet. Because people like talk essentially about like why don't people build like AI data centers in Canada where it's like -5 during the summer? And the answer is simple, is because there's like too many restrictions and regulations. Well, baby, in Russia, corruption is the only restriction. You got money, we gotta like look away. So it's kind of like, so all I'm saying is that like if Russia was not a dick and did not attack Ukraine, well, if Putin specifically did not attack Ukraine, they could have like built so many AIs right now. Because natively, they ain't building fucking AI data centers for sure. Because they're kind of like, they have like what's called in the industry as brain drain, which is when anybody who's smart enough and / skilled enough to get out of the country will. Why? Because Russia fucking sucks to live in. So, like, the population declined not simply... The population is declining not simply because... not only because of war, but also because nobody wants to live in fucking Russia. Like, so people get the fuck out as quickly as they can. Anybody's skilled or smart enough, and all you have is like a bunch of idiots who like not smart enough to exit. Wait, isn't there a pit stop right after this guy? Yeah. I was like, why am I doing this, you know? Bench time. Oh wow. I have like a pain in my left arm. Why is the glide forward attack exactly the same? Like you would think you would have like a new attack for that. Come on. Okay. Can't touch me. Can't touch me. Can't touch me. Can't touch me. Oh fuck this guy. Again, parkour. My least favorite in these trials. Fuck.
Bill mine.
Fucker. No, come on! Oh, you motherfucker! Oh, I even tried to heal. I fucking hate this guy so much. He's like my parkour levels are like the least favorite I think in Hollow Knight. Like by far. Like the extra hard parkour levels, fuck that shit. How many? It was like 3 runs today, and we're already at 1 hour 20. Fuck you. Get a little dance. Do a little dance. Make a little love. Get down tonight. Get down tonight. A little gay dance. A little gay love. Get down tonight. Oh fuck. Pause. Get down tonight. Get down tonight. Hello gay love. Hello gay dance. Hello gay love. Get down tonight. Ooh, get down tonight. You'll get dance. You'll get love. Get down tonight. Ooh, get down tonight. Actually, recently, quite recently, literally today, I had this thought, and I was like, so I have debates with my mom about politics. One of the recent political opinions that my mom voiced was supporting Israel. And I was like, that ain't good. And then I was like, wait a minute. Well, no, wait a minute. It just, I realized is that like I really plundered on the defense, on my defense, against her. By focusing on everything Israel does, all the people who say that Israel is doing bad things, all the evidence that's been shown, I shouldn't have. What I should have done is simply done one thing, and that told her who supports Israel. Because, well, yeah, some of them are U.S. officials, and some of them are European countries. The most important person who my mom will definitely hate is Russia. I should have just told her. Hey, Russia supports Israel. Russia formed an alliance called BRICS with Israel. The I in BRICS is Israel. And I think if she after that will tell me something like she still supports it, even if I'll just press her on being not patriotic for Ukraine by align herself with align herself with enemies of Ukraine. That will be. I was like, it was such a simple idea that I honestly was very surprised it didn't come from someone. I was like, holy shit, if I just tell her supporting Israel is supporting Russia. Bro, like, I would have it in the bag. Like, it was so simple, like the answer was right in front of me, yet I did not see it. What do I have to do? Fucking damn. The answer is so simple, I guess just never crossed my mind as like a such a simple idea. And I should definitely try it. Fuck, my phone call with my parents could be like tomorrow. So it's a good idea. Like tomorrow I'm gonna have a phone call with my parents anyway, so I might as well just, hey mom, remember how we talked about Israel? You do know that like you're agreeing with Putin right now, right? And she's gonna be like, what? Putin? Wait a minute. Like all I had to do. Fuck. The answer is so simple, it was right in front of me. Fuck. Bin. Ah. Sometimes the simplest solution is right in front of you. Yeah, it's always blinding. Since the time I can't take that. You know, I remember seeing a beef, not a beef, like a video on a breakdown about like an artist who uses like AI, what's it called? Like they use AI to draw, and they like use they trace over AI art to like. So it's kind of like looks more authentic, and in one of their videos defending themselves, they did like I'll draw live, and then as they were drawing, people were like, well, not draw live, they like showed themselves like drawing from like the others, like from like outside angle, just like their arm over like the tablet. And one thing I was thinking, and what turns out happened is that they still were tracing during that time, but the way that they were tracing is that they took like the whatever image they were tracing, and they made it green. Like in Photoshop, they turned saturation into all the way up into green, and then they like made it so that the video that they're recording cannot like detect green colors, I guess. And I don't know what the fuck it is. Like they chroma keyed it, or they chroma keyed it, or they turned saturation so that like you cannot detect green, you can only detect red and blue. And personally speaking, I feel like that's so much more work. That's so much more work than to learn to draw. Number one, it's like a crazy, the crazy thing to come up with. Like people detected it because they were like, hey, why is there like no green on your color palette? Like on your color wheel where you have like red, blue, green, yellow, and etc, etc, etc. You have no green. It's just like a plain white anywhere where green gradient is. And the answer is because, well, the entire image can perceive green because they were tracing. Anyway, they were tracing over like a green image. So to hide the green image, they were like, can't see the green. That's like it's a crazy amount of, like, it's always like whenever I see like some sort of like a scam that's like too elaborate, I go like, shit, you like did more work than like if you just did something honestly. It's like the guy who's like it's like a guy who like forges documents for like years and years to like pretend that he's like successful businessman, but like in fact he's like just takes like money from investors and like gives it as like a dividend to people. It's like, dude, like you could have by now had like a real business. Like for years and years doing like all this shit, you could have like done actual business. Instead you're like, no, but what if I just don't do... What if I pretend to work the entire time? What if instead of working and expanding business and doing everything that I said I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna pretend I'm doing it? Like, dude, you could have like done actual job then, like, you know? I feel like if you were like spending years and years tracing other people's art styles, copying their work, you know, and like sending it out, and like copying AI and sending it out to people, by this point you should be skilled enough to draw on your own, right? Like you should be able to, like what is it lacking, you know? Because like I practice art, I trace sometimes art, and like trust me, it's never as good. It's never as good when as the thing that I'm tracing. So the question is, like if you're tracing it, looks like a solid art, what exactly you're missing to actually put in an effort and be like, okay, I'm gonna make like an actual drawing, you know? You should have like 99 steps there already. You should have like 99% complete, I think. Because for example, like one thing that I still cannot grasp in drawing, like, is like proper shading. Like I don't particularly understand shading well, and I understand how people make shading well. Like I look at all the tutorials, they're like oh, you just like add this, and then like following the steps, and I'm like, they ain't looking the same, they're looking right. What am I missing? Surprisingly, I don't have that problem with Blender. Whenever I'm like, whenever I'm making a 3D model and I'm following a tutorial, it's pretty much one and the same. Like it's 3D, making like a 3D model, making it move, putting the texture on the model, like I'm struggling with all of that. Really had to hit me by the end of it, huh? me, baby, one more time. Pop, pop, pop. Come on, Wolf. I did. Okay, so when the video was breaking down, like the artist who was tracing over AI art and charging people like $100 per commission. One thing that kind of like stood out to me is the fact that they were building up like a parasocial relationship with the audience, where like they would be like, here's a new drawing of me, haha, it's a meme, like what would you do if I was in your house, and then so somebody would be like, ooh, I'm so jealous you're showing it to everybody else and not just me, and then she's like, oh no, it's only for you. It's like, what? Like, why is there so much parasociality? I never understood. No, come on, you motherfucker. Fucking let me through, bitch. Really? Really, that didn't work? You bitch. I hate this so much. Finally. Oh, come on. Ain't awesome. How's Henry? Oh. Oh. Oh, hold on a second. I hope it was like readable. I didn't realize that the other one on as well. But they're like in the same position, so they should be fine. Yeah, like, didn't you summon? How long does it take? Oh, you motherfucker. Big blob, small blob. Hey. Hey, Sly. We're so fucking prepped for him right now. Got full health. Even got the full shell. You motherfucker. Hey girl, how's it going? Washanka, am I right? Whoop. Silk Song. Whoop. How's it going, Silk Song? Silk Song, how do you feel about the Game Awards? Do you believe? What are your comments on Expedition Series 3 getting every single award nomination? Hello? Oh shit, that one is spiked. Okay. I saw that one didn't have spikes. Okay. Weird. Funky. Funky town. Funky town. Funky town. Do you think he practiced under Master Sly a little bit? Do you think he received the Master Sly's teachings? Fucking finally. Cleared it, quick, efficient. No smoke. Look at my girl. I didn't dig out. Got a call from a girl like to dig out. Apparently that's Ice Cube's favorite song, The Good Day. It's gonna be a good day. I wake up in the morning, gotta thank God. There's no harm. Get my grab on, but didn't pig out. Got a call from a girl I like to dig out. that's not it. Oh. Cinema. Fucking cinema. Call me your girlfriend because you gotta take me out to the movies. What? Fucking complete nonsensical. Fuck, I was really like trying to glide down for a second there, and I was like, fuck no, she doesn't have it. What Silk Song does to a motherfucker. Trying to glide down in the hall now. Ah, this fucking again.
Mine. Bill, mine.
Finally. Fuck this guy. Genuinely. Fuck this guy from high and low. He can fucked up. You can get fucked up. Fucked down. Shit, it's fucking Zoda. Invincible, unparalleled, unimaginable. God Prince Zoda. Fuck. I keep forgetting how Dream failed champion is so much. He got like extra speed to him. Oh fuck, right. You motherfucker. Cinema. Cinema. Call that shit magic because I don't get it. This, by the way, this was the furthest I got today total. Like even in, and I'm pretty sure right after Grim you get the True Knight. So that's a little bit disappointing. Oh wait, I just realized the title is different. False champion versus failed champion. Different titles. Also, I get that apparently in Honda community there's ideas that there is a discussion about what happened to the real champion whose the armor belonged to. And I was always under the impression that like the guy went into the armor when the champion was still there in it and then ate him from the inside out. Like I thought he was like kind of like a, you know, like a parasitic bug kind of thing, you know. What is his species, by the way? Like I was under a impression that he didn't just steal the armor, he killed the owner. I actually just now remembered one thing. So, technically in US, even if your source of income is illegal, you have to kind of report it to the IRS, which is number one, really fun. Number two means that technically, while federally, cannabis and weed is illegal in the US. If like locally in the state weed is legal, you have to like report it on your IRS returns like, I got this from weed. But the question, I guess, is if, let's say I'm in America and I'm in US and I'm doing illegal thing, you know. For example, I don't know, I'm selling mess to endangered species or something. I don't know, whatever. I was trying to come up with like a fighting version of like illegal thing, but then I realized it and think there is actually an extra funny one. So let's say selling drugs to endangered species. That's my occupation. Do I disclose it to IRS in that case? Like I tell the IRS, hey, I get drug, like I sell drugs to illegal species. It's around $5,000 a month. Here's the receipts. Here you go. And they will be like, okay. And then they never like report it to like other business agencies? Or is it like you self-report and then the IRS goes like, yo, police, this man sells drugs to endangered species. I honestly don't even know how he makes money from that. But he does, somehow.
Been there.
Oh wow, that's okay. Or do I get like a freebie from the IRS where I essentially can be like, they'll be like, we're doing something illegal, but you are paying your taxes. I actually won. Because obviously, like, the drug dealers and shit do, like, money laundering, which is, like, they buy a legitimate business and then they, like, do, like, today a customer bought 5,000 people. All for $1 each. That comes out to profit of $5 million. I know why it's in fives, all in fives today, but so the but like, can you do a bold move and be like, yo IRS, I'm doing the legal thing, here's the money, and then they go like, oh, word? Okay. Good luck. coming up to Ares. Yo. Doing something illegal, but here's the money. We cool? Actually, hold up. Does IRS bill local police if you report illegal income? The IRS is legally prohibited from sharing taxpayer information with the law enforcement agency, including local police, without court order. Reporting income from illegal activities such as drug dealing or theft does not automatically trigger a report to law enforcement. The IRS primary role is to collect that. So you can like literally say like, yo, I stole this money. Here's the cut. Like, taxpayers who report illegal income are protected by FIPS method, which prevents self-incrimination. Is not required to report such activities to federal or local authorities. That's crazy. That's crazy that you can be like, here's a cut. Why is it my president as a second image? Or as a result? Income is reported under other income on cannot determine the source of funds, and there is no mechanism for them to automatically alert law enforcement. The IRS has history of using tax records to prosecute an individual for tax evasion. All that's obvious. As seen in the case of Al Capone, yeah, that makes sense. If law enforcement seeks information, they must obtain court order, which requires probable cause. Zelensky's ex-aide vows to fight on front line after corruption raid report. Interesting, but I don't think that's a report. That's somehow related to what I was googling. So cute. Hey, continue. So like you can straight up be in US and be like, yo, this is illegal income. Here's the cut. And then what's the point of all the fucking money laundering and shit? I feel like you can just like keep reporting it under illegal income and like be like, yo, we cool? Especially if like you don't even need to like report it as like a specific crime, right? You can just be like, yo, you can just say it's like other income, right? Other income, $5 million. How? Well, that's not exactly a question you need to ask. And what even happens? What even happens? Okay, so this is actually... Here's the thing, because I never had to deal with like US tax system. I'm just curious, what happened? Because in any other country, yeah, no, the government already counts it for you. Well, technically, your employer counts it for you, sends it to the government, and the government sometimes goes like, yo, that's too much, and like gives you back the money. Which to me happens multiple times, by the way. Like every like 6 months, I would be like, I'll be receiving like 200 extra because they were like, yo, we took a little bit too much. Here's some back. And I would be like, it was extra like 50 or something every like couple of months. And I'd be like, nice. Got like a bonus essentially. Anyway, So like in normal countries, the government just counts it for you, and well, technically, the business that you work for counts it for you, gives it to the government, and then the government goes like, shit, took too much. Here's a little bit back. All you get is a nice little paper slip that says, hey, this is how much you paid this month. And then every 6 months for me, it would be like, here's 6 more paper slips that says how we took a little bit extra. So, the question for US, I guess, is that like, if I have like illegal income, right? Like obviously in any other country, like you don't report it, they're gonna like bust you because you like, you have like a mansion, you never reported that you have like income. How the fuck 2 plus 2 equals 7? But I guess in US where like every citizen has to do their own private income. Let's say my income is illegal. I label it as other. I give money to the IRS. How do they know I give like the accurate amount of income? Right? Like that doesn't make sense. Like, what's the actual confirmation then? Because you like gave them all your like expenditures, right? Like you compile like your expenses, all the other shit, your income expenses. But like, how would they like confirm that your illegal business takes exact right amount of money as you reported? What if you like take, like I don't know, 5k extra,
Yes.
and like the IRS never, well, not the wiser. They're like, what is he drawing by the way? They're like, skull?
Bam. Finish.
Then okay, how does IRS figure out you paid all, figure out your income if it's, what's the right question for this? If it's not legal? If it's not legal, like I have $5 million from illegal activities through various methods, even if the income is not reported through traditional channels. Requires taxpayer to report all income, including that use information returns policy (IRP) system to compare reported income with data from third parties. What are the third parties? Such as employers, banks, wait, and financial institutions. Yeah, so like if I'm holding bunch of cash in my basement, what then? Received in cash and not deposited, the IRS can detect discrepancies. Fucking, I was like, never seen that word spelled. Okay. Through bank deposit analysis, where unexplained deposits may trigger an audit. Okay. Wait. So, even if income is received in cash, not deposit. So, like, if you put it in a bank. Additional lifestyle audits can flag inconsistent between taxpayers' reported income and their spending habits, such as large purchases of home luxury vehicles. Okay, so essentially, what it breaks down to. What it looks like to me. You have, let's say, 5 million in cash. All of it was given to you through illegal activities. You can go to the IRS and be like, hey, I received 5 million illegally, and not get arrested. Which is, they're just gonna be like, okay, cool, where's our cut? And then, like, if you... So, again, so you received 5 million illegally. You give the cut to IRS. They go, cool, thanks. Now, get the fuck out of here. But, if you receive that 5 million, keep it all in your basement. And never spend it. You don't have to pay the IRS a cent, but obviously you're gonna be like, damn, I wish I spent that 5 million. I guess 5 is just a nice round number, that's why I'm stuck on it. Anyway. So... So, you received 5 billion. Son of a bitch like you. But then you can like report, okay, hey IRS, I illegally received 1 million. And then you buy 5 million worth of stuff. And IRS goes, wait a minute, you reported only 1 million of income. Where is the extra 5 million from? And that's how they got alcohol, which is crazy thing though. So they like track and monitor all of your like spending and purchases. They like make sure to like double check like, hey, do you have like 3 cars that you're hiding behind your cheek right now? And then if you're caught with it, they're gonna go, dude, you should have like just given us the money. You could have just like reported it. And you would have kept more. Again, so that's why I'm like kinda like, hey, what's the point of laundering money then? You just reported it's illegal. You just reported it's illegal income, right? IRS cannot disclose it. And if they do, you sue the fuck out of them. Like, as long as you're not... Because the idea is, the police will only find out you receiving... Or Well, I guess you're paying the illegal income. If they are already suspicious of you and they have probable cause. But if they have probable cause, they have like they can like search your shit. So it's just like the US legal system is so fascinating on how fucking broken it is. Like it doesn't make sense. Like it feels like a loophole that's like it shouldn't be there. Feels like a loophole you would have like in a video game where it's like hey, you have to report your money even if it's illegal. And no, we will not tell anybody. Wait, serious? Right after this guy? Okay. Sure. Oh, this motherfucker. 8 parkour levels. Christ. That was a little bit close. That was a close save. You motherfucker. Oh, finally, Jesus. I hate parkour levels so much. My greatest enemy. Nosk. Hey, Nosk. No, I still need. There is the song that I'm thinking about, right? I forgot the artist, but I remember I feel like during that time my music playlist was all just from Blacklist. Blacklist, if you know, it's like the premise is like like behind like the FBI most wanted criminals. There are like super mega criminals, like literally like, well, I mean, imagine Epstein essentially, but like cooler, because it's like a guy who can like change anybody's face and gives them like fake ID so good like it's indistinguishable from real one. Like government will literally think you're like a different citizen. Like you'll be legally in the system kind of thing, you know? Anyway, so you have those like super criminals, right? And then one of the super criminals, at the very least the one that's like pretty well known enough to be like on the FBI most wanted list, shows up in front of FBI headquarters and be like, yo, I'm gonna help you catch criminals that you don't even know about. All I need is operational black bucket, my own team, and one person who just joined today FBI. He's played by the guy who voiced Ultron. He was also in The Office as like a very charismatic guy. Anyway, so Blacklist, it has a lot of pretty cool songs, but one of them is from the artist who I can just describe like his music genre is cuckoldry. I have no other way to describe it, because he always sings about women cucking him. Like there is no other way to describe it. All of his songs are about being broken up with and still loving a woman, or the woman being so beautiful but she's not his. It's like, it's crazy. Like the song that I was humming just now was about a girl constantly cheating and how he'll accept her even if she cheats. It's like honestly, like, it is crazy. But the song's not bad. Like, it sounded pretty good. It just like mega cock song, right? It's like crazy. I assume his main like audience is women. Is like, oh yeah, you're so sexy, smart, and whatever. You're a heartbreaker, and then there's this guy singing how he'll love you even if you fucking cheat on him, you know. Now I can't imagine like a. Anyway, I don't have that song in my playlist anymore. Not because I'm like, yo, this song is all about the holder, but because it was in my playlist when I was still downloading songs. Who remembers downloading like songs? You go on like YouTube, you find like a song you like, and you go like YouTube downloader downloads MP4. The quality is all fucked up. It's all like, it's all mono. It's all in like there's no like what's it called? There's no like dual sound. It's all just like both ears are exactly the same. Oh, that's actually my mic right now. because my mic doesn't support dual sound. But if I spend just a little bit more of my money on my setup and bought myself like a proper mic, you know, to get a dual sound, totally possible. Something that you like to hear. It's funny, that song has like two titles. One of them is Whisper, because it's all in Whisper. And the other is like something else is like see my dick. I mean, lyrical genius. Okay. Okay. Oh wait, fuck, is it not that guy right after it? It's this motherfucker. Finally. Not gonna lie, if I didn't use a spell there for a second, I would have lost. You motherfucker. Okay, thank goodness. Oh, my shield was about to be cracked. Cool. Cool. So good. Failed knight. Failed champion. Failed champion is different. Failed champion versus false knight. Fuck. Come on, press one more time. One more time. Ooh. Okay, okay, okay. This is the furthest we got. And we're encountering the problem. Because the next guy after this is Pale Knight. Fuck. No, fuck off. Ah. Not again. No! No! Motherfucker. Oh. Well, that was the furthest we got. I think total. Just. Oh, wow. Honestly, don't even know if I can really. I mean, just speaking about it. Just something else. No, it's top. Oh! Drumming in the clouds, interesting. Where was the solar storm from? I remember hearing it before. But definitely like some videos or something. It's Zelda soundtrack, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, I was getting back into watching nostalgic pretty recently. How about we learn about Mormonism?
the
Amer-
Americas around AD 350, Mormon, a holy prophet, began to compile and write the record of his people and God's dealings with them. Some records were included in the first person, but most were abridged and edited by Mormon from hundreds of years of accounts and histories.
Mormon's record was finished by his son Moroni and buried in the earth. About 1400 years later, Mormon's record was revealed to a young man named Joseph Smith. It was translated by the gift and power of God and published as the Book of Mormon, another testament of Jesus Christ.
The Book of Mormon is the story of certain peoples that God led to the Promised Land in the Americas. The book speaks of three main groups, all of which began their stories in a biblical time and place. First, there were the Jaredites. Jared and those who followed him were led by God from the ancient Tower of Babel across the wilderness to the sea.
Nestled in the 8 barges, they were guided by the hand of God across the ocean to their promised land. Over the next 2,000 years, God continued to call prophets that worked to bring the people to God.
Although there
like this one is like a, I guess, an insane. Okay, so I guess when it was found, yes, people couldn't have known where exactly Native Americans came from in US. But the idea is that like Native Americans are like ancient Israelites descendants essentially. It is a little bit funky.
There were many periods of righteousness. Ultimately, the people rebelled against God and destroyed each other in a massive civil war.
Well, to be fair, that's why they deserve. That's why they deserve to be to be like driven out of U.S. apparently. I don't know. Because they rebelled against God. You see, that's old-fashioned racism for you. Modern day racism, well, you see, they're inferior to us on genetic level or something, you know, if you parcel their genes, like their genes say dumb idiot and our genes say smart ass. Back in the day, yo, they rebelled against God. That's why they're wrong.
The final Jaredite prophet, Ether, wrote a record of his people upon 24 plates of gold and hid them up.
Also, again, is it not who am I to critique the holy text of Mormons? But why is this guy called Jared and this guy called Eser? And how is it that they were called Eser and Jared? But when Europeans came over to US, everybody was called something like Quetzalcoatl and the like, you know? Not very like similar, right? Like you would expect if you came over to a country, I guess like dialect can like change out, but you would expect there would be like some sort of derivatives, similar to how like we have Joseph, right? We have Joseph, which is from the Old Hebrew. We have Josh. We have what other ones? John. Like John is literally in the Bible. You know, like you would think that's a guy called Eser. You would find a bunch of guys called Eser in US. But who am I to say?
Wrote a record of his people upon 24 plates of gold and hid them up.
As the Jaredite nation was declining, God was preparing to bring new people to inherit the land. These two groups both came from Jerusalem at about the same time, but were led to the promised land in different ways.
Lehi was a prophet who, with Jeremiah and others, was striving to warn the people in Jerusalem around 600 BC, just before the mighty empire of Babylon crushed what remained of the Judean kingdom. Lehi, his family, and others were led by the Lord through the Arabian wilderness for years. Before they arrived at the land by the seashore they called Bountiful.
Wait, is that not where UAE is right now? Like this is like UAE right here, right? Am I wrong? I'm pretty sure this is like where UAE is right now. This is like Saudi Arabia as well. Well, UAE president? They didn't have a president. What the fuck are you talking about? Okay. No. I got it a little bit wrong. Oh. Map. I was a little bit off. This is United Arab Emirates or right here. Oh, see. It's crazy how big Abu Dhabi is, by the way, compared to like all of these ones. I used to live over here. I would drive out over here, get somewhere over here, I don't know where. Oh, you can see it. Like I would live over here, drive out somewhere over here, buy alcohol, come back. Saudi Arabia map. Oh, that's nice. I get like those sprinkles. That's cool. Fuck, then who lives over here? Hold up. So they're over here, okay. They're like, who lives over to the... I literally can't see the text. Ah, it's Yemen and Oman. Okay, yeah.
During that time, Jerusalem had fallen. The Judean king Zedekiah was captured, his son slain, and he himself was blinded and carried away captive to Babylon. But what
That is not crazy. That is like legitimately what they used to do back in the day. So that one they could have happened.
one son escaped. His name was Mulek. He was part of a group that God led through the wilderness and then across the sea. We refer to this group as the Mulekites, after the son of Zedekiah that was with them.
Meanwhile, God had also commanded Lehi's group to build a ship, and they were also brought to the promised
So they got all the way to Yemen or Oman or Yemen, whichever one, and then
land, but arrived in the southern part of the land.
and then they also. Okay, number one, do you know how long of a trip it is all the way to South America? That's number one. Number two. Number two. So like 1,400 years ago. So 1,200 years before like Europeans came over here. They were like came over. Not to doubt the sacred text of Mormons, but if 1,200 years ago we had like Israelis over at South America, there would not be that much difference.
When Lehi died, there was a falling out among his sons. The oldest, Laman, had always been rebellious and slow to listen to the Lord. Those that chose to follow him became their own nation, collectively called
What a creative name by this game, by the way. A layman? How do we know he sucks? He's a layman.
the Lamanites. His younger brother, Nephi, was righteous and a mighty prophet. Those that followed him called themselves Nephites. These are the two main groups of the Book of Mormon story. The record we have was written by the Nephites and chiefly follows their story. For about the next 450 years, the Lamanites sought to destroy the Nephites.
Oh, sorry, 450? That in 450 years.
Eventually, the Nephites began to turn away from the Lord.
So, to preserve his people, God called a man named Mosiah to lead all who would follow him
Mosiah, like Moses? Okay.
from their homelands to the lands northward. There, Mosiah and his followers found the descendants of the Mulekites, led by a man named Zarahemla. Zarahemla and his people received the Nephites enthusiastically, as it was discovered that both groups had come from Jerusalem anciently. Even more exciting to Zarahemla and his people was that Mosiah had brought with him records, some of which contained the writing
Also, by the way, they didn't have metallurgy in did they lost the way to use metal? Because they didn't have like metallurgy, they used... I actually don't know why. What was the reason why Native Americans did not use metals that often? Like was it like a rare or something? I don't remember.
writings of ancient
I think it's because no, that was the top the Southern America. I have no idea why they were not using metal as often. Like they would like do like trinkets and jewelry, right? But they would rarely use metallurgy. I don't remember why.
prophets, like Moses and Isaiah, from the
But they were like really good at agriculture. Those motherfuckers were making like almost every vegetable that we have right now, and fruit.
Old World.
The two nations became one, and Mosiah was made their king. The land of Zarahemla became the new homeland of the Nephite people. Not long after, a man named Zeniff took a considerable number to return to the land of Nephi to try and re-inherit their lands from the Lamanites. This he did, but even though the people started out righteous, by the time Zeniff's grandson Limhi was king, the people had become sorely wicked, and had fallen into bondage to the Lamanites. Desperate for help, Limhi sent men to try and find the land of Zarahemla. Instead, they got lost, and found a land covered with buildings, but long destroyed. They had unknowingly discovered the land of the Jaredites, and even found the record of Ether written on 24 gold plates.
Meanwhile, in Zarahemla, the righteous King Benjamin had united the people in God and established
Like again, Benjamin. If there was a guy named Benjamin in South America 1,000 years before Americans arrived. Well, yeah, Americans. Before Spanish arrived. We would have fucking known.
peace and harmony in the land. When his son, Mosiah II, became king, he sent a group to see what had become of Zeniff's people, since there had been no word from them. It was that group that helped plan an escape for Limhi and his people and brought them back to Zarahemla. So the Nephites were again reunited in one land.
King Mosiah II, a prophet and seer, was able to translate the Jaredite plates
Wait. So the original plates, they were there already beforehand? I thought that they were with the first. Okay.
by the gift and power of God. And so the Jaredite record and all the doings of the Lord among them became known to the Nephites. A summary of this translation is included in the Book of Mormon as the Book of Ether. For the next 90 years, the Book of Mormon tells of prophecies and missionary work, evil, murderous combinations, and political intrigue, wars, and preaching, all leading to the grand fulfillment of sacred prophecy, the coming of the Savior, Jesus Christ, into the world.
As promised, at the sign of his birth, there was a night with no darkness, even after the sun went down. And then a new star. More than 3 decades later came the sign of Christ's death in the old world, with great earthquakes, storms, and then darkness that lasted for 3 days. After the resurrection of Jesus Christ in the old world, he taught his disciples for 40 days and then ascended into heaven. He then descended and appeared to the Nephites.
I love this lore. The lore is so fucking crazy. He ascended and then he was like, wait. We need to come back for a second. Hold up, I need to make a pit stop.
For many days, he taught among the Nephites, healing the sick and establishing his church. This visit from the Savior had such a powerful effect on the hearts of the people that for about the next 200 years, the people lived in peace and harmony. But eventually, pride and wickedness crept in, and by AD 350, while Mormon was abridging the record of his people,
Pride. Me when Jesus shows up. Fuck. No. Me when Jesus shows up. Hell yeah. No more pride and wickedness. Let's go. 200 years later. Fuck. Pride and wickedness came back. Shit.
they had fully rebelled against God, and they were facing destruction in a massive war.
In that war, the Nephites were destroyed, and Mormon with them. Mormon's son Moroni finished the record. And the rest you know. Book of Mormon writers recorded prophecies, teachings, and testimonies of Jesus Christ to persuade others to believe in him. The Book of Mormon proves to the world that scriptures are true, that God inspires and calls people to
Wait, what? How does it prove? That's not how. Okay, sure. Like, I'm not the biggest like anti-religion nut, but it's just so funny to me. You just like you're on this like you're on another continent. And you're like, you know what? I gotta write my own lore about this continent. Hell yeah.
to do his work in our day, and that God is unchangeable.
God promises that the
Thank you.
truth of it can be made known unto us by the
Well,
power
clearly changeable because you believe fucking something different from what I believe.
of the Holy Ghost.
Having faith in Christ, He will manifest the truth. Manifest the truth of it unto you, by the power of Holy Ghost. 5, and by the power of Holy Ghost you may. Oh, 5 isn't like you say it 5 times, or is it like a? No, it's reference Mormon 4 to 5. Okay, so that's a. Fifth scripture is like, and by the power of Holy Ghost ye may know the truth of all things. Okay. Then special thanks to Ethan and Naomi for narration. Are welcome, but visitors that are distracted will be removed. You can tell me about your religion or non-religious beliefs, please, and you can ask me more about what I believe. I love to talk about it. But let's prove that people in the comment section can still have humanity and dignity. How he just made this all up and there's nothing to back it up. Oh no. Also, he didn't reply. The question when the pants is around, but the golden plates are gone. Ooh, I wonder actually, what's proof you didn't pay attention? No. What? Where's the response? Show more replies. Where's the response? I want the response from the creator. Oh fuck! He responds to, of course if we had golden plates, people would take us much more seriously. I think we need to see if Nicolas Cage can find them. Ah, he's cool. He responds. He responds well. Fuck. Thank you for making this quick summary. I enjoy your videos. Came here after watching one of the great on the Great Apostasy. I especially appreciate the simple but effective visuals. So, what the fuck is Great Apostasy? You are so kind. Glad you found approach helpful. What the fuck is? Hold on a second. What is Great Apostasy? I thought he was all about Jehovah's Witnesses, right? Yeah, he's all about. What is Great Apostasy? I don't remember. Is it like a new thing, or is it like one of their thing, or is it like Sorry, not Jehovah, Mormons. Sorry, the wrong one. It's crazy how they didn't even try to give themselves like a better hairline. Like this man already bald, this man is balding. Like they did not even attempt to like. They didn't try to give themselves like you know what? Put a little bit more hair on my head, please. So, like, I'd be like, fuck you, no. Like put the whole head there, like make me look like a young wild stallion, you know? It's crazy. Gospel of Jesus. Yeah. Actually, so again, back to the point that I was making is that okay. The point that I'm just making is that I mean, yeah, to be fair, like number one, the fact that like, oh, it clearly didn't pay attention. Well, they never said how exactly golden plates being gone. The actual explanation for golden plates being gone is that Joseph Smith found the golden plates, started translating them, but then whenever somebody was like, "Can I see the golden plates?" he was like, "No." and so he would just not show the golden plates, and then like he was like, no, trust me, I only I can see them. And then one woman who's like a wife of a guy who was with Joseph Smith was like, can I have some of like the translated texts? And then she like either hid it or destroyed it or whatever. And then Joseph was like, can I have the text back? And she's like, no. and then he was like, God, can I like see the visions of the text again so I can like translate it? And he's like, no. And so the text is apparently like just gone. So it is the craziest part about their lore, because like, so presumably I assume, not to slander the Mormons' holy text, but presumably the grift here is, if he was to translate the thing by memory again, try to like write it down, translate, and he's like, oh, vision came, and then the woman were to pull out the text and be like, here's the original, look how he's like making mistakes again, how he's like inconsistent through two texts, how is it possible? Well, the grift would be up, because like then he's like, what, God told me like two different things as a prank, you know? Well, actually, he could have just been like, oh, God was like, God told me that this was all because I lost the original text. So he was seeing if I would spot the mistakes. He's actually in deep sorrow now, and like he says he's not gonna translate like 10 more pages or something. Anyway, back to the point. So the guy was like, shit, I'm like, if I fuck up, like she gonna like catch me on this one. So so instead he gave up on translating, and he was like, no, it was not important, it's fine. But yeah, and then when he was finished translating the golden plates, poof, gone, disappeared, no more plates. It's a little bit less impressive than the guy who faked okay, so there's like the story where a guy he's like he's a pretended or was like crazy, and he was he said that he was communicating with angels, and he found out the original language of God, Enochian, and essentially the setup would be guy getting visions, speaking in Enochian, and then another guy translating it and trying to figure out like the alphabet and then etc etc. And in that case, whoever was grifting in that case, because we don't know who exactly was grifting whom, but whoever was grifting invented a whole language and was speaking it backwards, by the way, and had it consistent enough to where there was never like a spot of like, hey, you kind of like misspelled a word here or something, you know. So that one is a little bit more crazy, and I am kind of more interested in that grift, because like faking a Bible, like making your own fanfic, and then like it's a little bit impressive, but you know what can you do? It's a little bit impressive, but not as impressive as like, yo, I'm gonna invent a whole language and then speak it backwards in like a trance, you know? Anyway. Every heretical Christian cult explained in 8 minutes. Oh yeah. Anyway, we're gonna be wrapping up on this. Thank you very much for watching. Tomorrow, it's the police. After tomorrow, it's the police. I don't know what I'm gonna do for New Year's, but I wanna do like a countdown. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Have a good day. Bye.